Hey there. So let's talk about why tissue culture is important in the propagation of especially endangered and rare plants. As some of you may know, this is a Thai constellation. It's a type of Monstera, and most of Thai constellations, matter of fact, all of Thai constellations, as far as I know, are made from tissue culture. That means that they are cloned plants. At some point, somebody created this plant in a laboratory setting, and they found it desirable, and so they made more. They made more by taking tiny pieces of the original plant, putting it in a growth medium, which is something we'll talk about later, and then growing that plant up in that growth medium until it formed a new plant. From there, you can then propagate over and over and over again. And of course, as many of you know, you can also propagate from the plants. And so tissue culture has a really, really important place in trying to preserve a lot of plants so that they aren't stolen from nature or decimated in other ways. Matter of fact, there are a lot of plants that have been saved from extinction because places like Ecuagenera and tropical plants and other places across the world have actually tissue cultured some of their endangered and rare plants so that they wouldn't go extinct from habitat destruction. So for my purposes, we'll be going on through this series and learning a little bit more about the mediums, a little bit more about the science behind it, and seeing other reasons why tissue culture is so important to us as hobbyists and amateur botanists and as growers in commercial settings. I will be bringing in mediums so that I can try to cultivate some of my own plants, and you guys will be able to grow with me as I go through those experiments and experience failures and hopefully some successes that will then lead to propagations of my own clonal plants. If you're interested in learning about tissue culture yourself for experimentation of your own, go to plantcelltechnology.com. You can use my code Monstera, etc., and you can get 10% off of any purchases you make. They also have a really nice YouTube channel where you can learn about the tissue culture process and how you can learn to do it at home on your own. It's a really valuable skill. People have literally translated this into careers, and it's really cool science. So stay tuned for more informative videos on tissue culture from a hobbyist standpoint, and again, we'll kind of grow together in this.